Well, welcome back, YouTube. This is Rice Paddy Reasons, and I am your Rice Paddy Daddy. Hey. So today, I would like to talk about delayed gratification. So let me ask you a question. What would you do if you just got $50,000 right now? Doesn't matter how. If somebody just gave you $50,000, boom, in your bank account, what would you do? So before we get started, I would like to take this opportunity to ask you to humbly hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell so you know when I drop a new video. And please feel free to leave a comment so that I can know what you guys are thinking too. So let's get into it, guys. What would you do if somebody just gave you $50,000? I gotta tell you that there's a lot of people out there that would just spend it all. This has pretty much been proven by the number of lottery winners that have won millions of dollars, and overwhelmingly the majority of them end up losing all of it within a very short amount of time. Something crazy like 80% of them are in worse financial shape than before they won the lottery. Why is that? Now, I don't know all of these people personally, so I can't speculate on what really happened, but I can theorize that most of the time it's because they were just thinking like poor people. And what do poor people do? They get money and then they spend it. If they make more money, they find a way to spend even more. And remember, just because you're making middle-class income doesn't mean you can't still be living paycheck to paycheck. I think most of it has to do with the fact that the majority of us want what we want right now. And we're not willing to wait to get the things that we want later. We want it right now. This is why credit card debt is so high. This is why people get into houses that they can't afford and end up needing to foreclose them later. It's why people get stuck in timeshare deals where they're paying pretty much for life for something that is not worth the money. I could go on and on about stuff. People want that nice car, they want that watch, they want that suit, they want that handbag. Everybody wants what they want, and they want it right now. And they're not willing to wait until later. They would rather go into debt right now rather than use that money towards something that's really going to benefit them financially in the future. Back in 1972, Stanford University did an experiment, a psychology experiment that they call the marshmallow test. This is where they took kids that were around like 4 years old and they offered them a deal. They said, if you can not eat this one marshmallow, I'm going to leave the room for 15 minutes, and if you cannot eat this marshmallow, then I will give you 2 marshmallows. You can go ahead and Google Stanford marshmallow test if you want to see the full experiment, but the results are this, that the kids that were able to wait the entire 15 minutes and get 2 marshmallows, they followed these kids throughout their lives. So even 40 years later, they saw that all of the kids that were taught to delay their gratification were highly successful in every endeavor that they engaged in. Now, I don't believe that this is a quality that people are born with. I believe that this is something that we learn. And furthermore, I think that it's something that we can teach ourselves by self-control, by using the mental tools, especially the second mental tool. Go ahead and watch that video if you haven't already. Now, you guys have heard me say quite often that sometimes you have to give up what you want right now for everything that you want later. So what would you do with that $50,000? Would you go and buy a new car? Would you upgrade your apartment? Would you buy a bunch of clothes? Would you put it down on a house? What would you end up doing with that? Now, all of these things are good things and are probably gonna make you happy, but me personally, I would simply invest that money, because that's a pretty good amount to put into an investment vehicle that is going to earn you compounded interest and grow over time. The reason why I'm telling you this is because you don't need millions of dollars on hand in order to retire early. Sometimes just 50 grand is enough to change your life. Now, somebody could give it to you, which is not terribly likely, or you could just save that up yourself and put it towards something that is going to pay you for life. And honestly, I think that you'd be really surprised how fast you can accumulate that money if you stick to your budget and keep putting money away. So imagine this, you have your budget, you're living well below your means, and you can save, like, let's say $1,000 a month, and you keep on putting that $1,000 a month into a mutual fund that maybe earns you 10%. And every month you're adding another $1,000, plus anytime you get a return, you're reinvesting those returns back into it. I think that you'd find that you're going to get to around $50,000 pretty quick. You can stick with the mutual fund and have it just continue to pay you. They're really stable most of the time. Me personally, when I was able to save up a chunk of money, I bought a share of an oil well, which is out in Oklahoma right now, and the rig is being completed as we speak, probably this week, and I'm probably looking at getting really good returns from that every month, and it's going to pay me for life. So, not everybody has to do what I did. I'm just saying, find that investment that's really going to work for you, that's going to be solid, stable, and paying you for life. But getting there involves giving up those little things that you want right now so that you can put it towards everything that you want later. Don't be a victim of stuffitis where you constantly have to be buying new stuff all the time that you don't need. So if you want to travel the world and live the life that you're dreaming of right now, then you have to start putting that money away and giving up the things that you want right now so that you can live that life later. It's never too soon. When you can do this and give up the things that you want in order to better your life in the future, you're going to be really happy with the results that you see. I mean, sure, you might be a little jealous of the guy who drives a Porsche, but he might be working 2 jobs and living in his mom's basement in order to afford that car, and all he's going to have is that car. It's a useless status symbol that doesn't actually change his status. So remember, when you are tempted to buy something that you just want, then remember to check your SB index, okay? What is my willingness to sacrifice? What is my willingness to change and accept change? You have to assess yourself and your willingness to do this, because when you do this constantly, then you develop the self-control necessary to do the things that you need to do to better your life. So hey guys, if you have any questions, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a life coach, I'm just a regular guy trying to help you guys live the life that you want to live. Please hit me up anytime you like at ricepaddyreasons@gmail.com. I am happy to have a conversation with any single one of you guys. So I hope this is helpful. So remember, hey, it's better to give up a few things that you want now for everything that you're gonna want later. And I really want to see you guys live your best life. So I will see you guys in the next video. Until next time, passports up. You guys keep growing and deserve your victory.